Hey there, fellow adventurers. Welcome to Nostalgia Time, the ultimate destination where we journey back to the golden age of our childhoods. I'm your host, CosplayDude637, and I'm here to bring your favorite characters and worlds back to life through the power of fanfiction. So, grab your favorite childhood snack, settle in, and prepare to rediscover the magic of your fondest memories. Here, where every story is a celebration of the timeless adventures that captured our hearts. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell because you won't want to miss a single moment of the nostalgia-filled experience. Let's embark on this adventure together. Welcome to Nostalgia Time. What is up, my peeps, and welcome to a new episode of Nostalgia Time here on YouTube. I'm your host, CosplayDude637. Now, today's story is a new one for you. It's an oldie, but a goodie. At least, it's an oldie to me. Code Lyoko.
Chapter 1. One More Time. Kataka Academy has been the home for our group of young heroes for the last few years, and now is, as they start high school, their lives look to finally getting back to normal, now that X.A.N.A has been cast out of Lyoko once and for all. In the boys' dorm, in the room of Ulrich Stern and Odd Della Robbia, Odd is on his bed, his face buried in some new fighter game on his PSP. Ulrich sits at his desk looking over their new class schedule.
Odd, did you see this? We have 4 classes together.
Ulrich says.
Oh, yeah, cool, man. No, don't jump. I told you to back kick.
Odd replied.
Dude, this is our junior year of high school. You really need to get your head out of that game and look at your classes.
Ulrich says, throwing a pillow at his buddy.
Oh yeah, you're just mad that this year is the last year that Yumi's gonna be in school with you, lover boy.
Odd says, catching the pillow. Ulrich shoots him a if looks could kill look. Odd smirks and goes back to his game. Just down the hall, in the room of Jerry Belpois, our young Brainiac sits on his bed, hard at work on his laptop.
And in conclusion, if all test subjects have the same results...
Just then, his desktop computer starts beeping a familiar sound.
What the...
Jimmy looks at the computer like it was crazy. The sound was so familiar to him because it was the sound he set for a X.A.N.A attack. Jeremy slowly sits his laptop down and walks over to the desktop. He taps a few keys and the logo of X.A.N.A appears.
No, This can't be true.
Jeremy sits down and starts vigorously typing. Maps of France pop up in various news websites.
Where are you?
Jeremy spends a good 20 minutes hunting for whatever tripped his alarm. Finally, he was not able to find anything on his desktop, and he knew he had to go to the factory and the supercomputer. He jumped to his feet and grabs his cell phone and runs out of his room.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Insignificant humans. My name is Golda, servant of the great and powerful Empress, Rita Repulsa. She has commanded me to tell you to go listen to the adaptation of Boom Comics' Power Rangers on Nerds Throw Comics. Now, do as she commands, or be destroyed.
Now, back to our program.
Jeremy runs out of the dorm and into the woods to the manhole entrance to the sewers. Jeremy climbs down and finds his powered scooter sitting there.
Glad I was going to test this out anyway.
Jeremy jumps on the scooter and hits the accelerator. The scooter speeds forward down the sewer. A few minutes later, Jeremy is climbing out the manhole that is on the bridge. He runs across the bridge to the factory. Once at the entrance, he jumps onto one of the swinging ropes and swings down to the main floor. From there, he heads over to the elevator. He takes it down 3 levels, and as he steps out, the floor in front of him opens and the main power tower of the supercomputer comes up. He flips the switch to on, and it with a heavy sigh.
One look, then you get turned back off.
Jeremy takes the elevator back up 2 floors and walks into the main computer room, nicknamed Jeremy's Lab. He sits down in the chair and it swings him over to the main keyboard and monitors. In the old days of Lyoko Warriors, Jeremy loved sitting here and helping his friends save the world from the attacks of the evil X.A.N.A. However, today, he would love to just be anywhere else. Jeremy started running the program to find an activated tower.
Please, don't be there.
Jeremy's hopes, however, were dashed when the screen started beeping and shown an active tower in the frozen zone.
Darn it!
Jeremy pulls out his phone and group texts Ulrich, Odd, Yumi, and Aelita. Guys, I need you at the factory, ASAP. Ulrich, why are you there? Aelita, what's going on? Jeremy, please, guys, it's you know who. Yumi, how? We deleted him. Jeremy, I don't know, but I have an active tower. Ulrich, okay, Odd and I are on the way. Yumi, be there as fast as I can. Aelita, on my way also.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hello there, it's me, Usopp, King of the Snipers. If you'd like to hear about my latest adventures with the other Straw Hats, you should go over to One Piece, the audio drama, created by Cosplay Dude 637, and give it a listen. If you want, you could check out the other channels by Cosplay Dude, but we all know you really want to hear about me.
Now, back to our program.
Deep in the Amazon jungle, an old, run-down factory seems to come to life. Lights flicker on, and the computers start to kick on, and on the screen, the X.A.N.A symbol appears. Down in the lower level of the factory stands a single scanner tube. Slowly the tube opens, and a young teenage girl falls out of it. The girl has short brown hair with red highlights, and she was dressed in old rags. Slowly, she got to her feet and tried to walk. After falling a few times, she made it to the elevator. She takes it to the top floor and looks out a broken window, and an evil smile creeps across her face.
So, this is the human world. Time to burn it to the ground,
she says in a dark and sinister voice. Back in Lyoko, our warriors had already made it to the tower without running into a single monster.
Jeremy, this is way too easy. I mean, there's nothing here,
Ulrich says.
Einstein, I see an active tower, but man, this place is dead as Jim's love life.
Odd adds in with a chuckle.
I don't understand it myself. There are no reports of attacks on the news, or even any cyber threats.
Jeremy states, sitting behind the main computer in the real world, watching the team and news all at the same time.
Aelita, let's just deactivate the tower and get out of here,
Yumi replies. Aelita nods and walks into the tower. Once inside, she floats up to the top and lays her hands on the transparent pad. The familiar words flash on the screen. Once she lifts her hand, code. Leo, go.
Tower deactivated, Jeremy. Bring us home.
Copy that. Running the devirtualization program now.
Jeremy says, pushing a few keys on his keyboard. A few seconds later, the others are back in the real world, walking out of the scanner tubes. They head to the elevator where Jeremy is already waiting. They all ride it down to the bottom floor. As soon as the doors up the tower for the supercomputer rose up out of the floor.
Time for you to go back to sleep, old friend,
Jeremy says, and powers it down.
Maybe it was just a bug in the system,
Aelita says.
Yeah, maybe. Let's get out of here. We got class starting tomorrow,
Jeremy said, and everyone nods.
This podcast is a production of the Three Ranger Bros Studios, in association with Zio to Hero, the podcast. Thank you for listening to that story. Remember, my fanfictions are just that, fanfictions, and are not meant to infringe on the mainstream continuity that they come from. I want to give a huge shout out to all my voice actors. Without them, I could not create such amazing content for all of you. I'd also like to thank some of the supporters, starting with Ty Tiger, my Parabatai and business partner, and then there's Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger. Together, we make up the Three Ranger Bros Studio. A special shout out to the members of the Three Ranger Bro Council, Jonathan, aka A-Crown of the Author's Crown YouTube channel, and my son, Xander, aka Cosplay Son 637. We are also part of the Zio to Hero network ran by Jim and Billy of the Zio to Hero podcast. For more information about them and everyone who helps us, head over to our website, the3rangerbrostudios.com. Until next time, later days!